As you can tell, it's a lot of deep thinking, but that's why it's so powerful. Okay, I can't stress enough. Sometimes we just want to do a quick one-on-one call and we just want to know what to do. The only thing about doing those things is your entire rest of your life, you're leaning on somebody to need to think for you. There's guidance and there's somebody else thinking for you. It's a much different guidance and somebody doing the thinking for you. Think about if you're a parent or if you're not a parent and you've seen any kids in the world, because I'm sure you've seen a kid or you have a nephew or something, okay? If you give them everything they ever wanted, what's going to happen? Let me define all these things because we want to talk about, we're not talking about parenting, but what we want to talk about is if we have kids and things, right, we need to help them start making their own decisions. Or else they get to when they're 30 years old and they still can't make decisions. And some of us have been in that realm. We're like, why do I keep thinking these thoughts? Why can't I make a decision for myself? Well, because our parents never let us make decisions for us, or they always made decisions for us. They never let us figure it out. In school, this could have been 40 years ago for you, or 5 years ago for you, or last year, whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Think back into school, your kids or you, and if the teacher always gave you the answer and you got onto a test, you wouldn't be able to do the test. You would just have this memory and you'd throw it out on an exam. So the same thing goes with these calls and this program. We want you to think. I want to think. Bob wants all of us to think. Because when you learn to have the habit of thinking for yourself, you'll do it for the rest of your life. And you'll never be stuck again because you can think through where you need to get to. Very important. Very, very, very deep, important aspect, especially if you're going to become a coach, any of you on this call as well, or become a speaker. You want to help people start thinking for themselves, not giving them, here's this, and then in a week later, they have no idea what to do because they don't know how to think yet. Okay. So I just want to give you that principle because that same thing applies with that bottom bar, right? Think about where you want to go. I don't know what you want. You know what you want. And we think about this end vision and we think step by step backwards. What is this going to look like? Allie, I made a little shout out to you. And it's going to be a perfect example for everybody, right? A little shout out to you a little bit earlier because we messaged back and forth today and yesterday. And I know you're just doing phenomenal. You're just following the program. You're thinking of ideas and then you're doing the ideas. It's easy. You're learning. You got ideas, you go through your fear and you do the things and then you get the results, right? You're just a living example of this material right now, okay? And we think through this stuff. You wanted your $50,000 per month goal. That was your end result. And you knew if you kept doing what you were doing, it probably wasn't going to happen unless you found 24 more hours in the day, which obviously isn't going to happen. So we look back and then one idea was why not group instead of one-on-one? So now we worked backwards in what can get us there. Oh, adding on trainers as well. So you're doing less of the work, providing it to other people and doing two-on-one coaching, right? A very easy example on what we did to work backwards. Now you did most of that yourself. You were able to think and attract ideas because you felt at ease and boom, attract the idea. You went through the fear, through the uncomfort and you did it and bang, it's there. Really good, superb. So think about each one of you. Where are you? And where would you like to go? What do you love doing most in your business? What do you want to be doing? What is your one thing, service, or product you've been going over that last few weeks? Mario, I know you're on this call here. Your one thing is getting that license like we talked about. Working backwards from there.